Have you ever felt like maybe you haven't done enough or there's something that's calling to you that you're like, oh my gosh, I will really be successful when I get this done or complete this. Maybe it's a goal or a milestone or something, and you just feel like this is what needs to happen. That's the conversation that we had today in the dojo. So I'm really happy that you're here so that I can share this topic with you. I am going to share my screen because we meet virtually every Tuesday live at the dojo. And if you're unable to join us live, I'm so happy that you've attracted this video because we had a really great conversation. Now, if you join us live, you get to be part of the conversation and have input and talk about, how the topic landed on you and have other people talk about how the topic landed on them. But in the meantime, you're here. You found this video, and today we're going to be talking about um, that very question, right? Like, am I enough? But last week we talked about the art of surrender. And last week's topic kind of seeped into today's topic, which is pretty cool how these topics all tend to, weave in and out of each other. If you have not seen this video or were not able to join us live last week, I will put a link to this video at the end of the video we're currently sharing right now. So today we're going to be talking about, have you done enough? And this is, right, a woman's inner journey through worth, success, and sovereignty. Sovereignty is that word we talked about that a couple weeks ago in the dojo. What does that mean? Sovereignty. What is your sovereignty? Wow, if you really just look up that word and embody it, think about it, breathe it in, you will realize, like, oh, I am so important. I am so valued. I am so loved. I am so treasured by the universe. And you just take on this whole different vibrational frequency. It's really, really, oh gosh, something to embody, something we all deserve to embody on a daily basis because we are the sovereign being. We truly are. So, have you ever found yourself laying awake at night asking, have I done enough? Have I been successful enough? Am I enough? Am I doing enough? Am I getting my talents out there? Are you a woman who has spent her life showing up, giving, trying, healing, pushing forward, but somehow you still feel like you're falling short? You still have those oogly moogly thoughts going through your brain about, oh, I'm not enough. I just don't think I could ever do this. Maybe it's because of the quiet fears you carry, those expectations, the pressures that have been put on you, the expectations you believe have been placed on you, the pressure to accomplish more, and the belief that you must earn your keep, earn your worth. But what if the feeling of not enough isn't truth, but conditioning? Think about that a minute. What if success isn't what you've been taught to measure? Think about that for a minute. What if you've been doing enough all along? You think about that. You have two teams, sporting teams, and they are, somebody decided that these are the two best teams, and then they're going to come together and they're going to play each other. Well, there's one who wins the game and one who does not win the game. And so the one who does not win the game, they're called the loser. Well, no, they're not the loser. They were two teams that went together. They came together. All of the action that was taken, all of the effort, all of the learning and the teamwork that was done to get to that point. How could you ever see yourself as not successful? What if you've been doing enough all along? So many women accept invitations to carry self-doubt because they don't trust the thoughts coming from their own loving nature. These invitations often include the dismissal of your accomplishments, which in turn causes you to overvalue your shortcomings, what you perceive to be your shortcomings. It's time to stop accepting those invitations to the societal norms that have conditioned women into misunderstanding the real meaning of successful enough. It's time to redefine enough through sovereignty instead of struggle and recognize that your life already proves your value and your impact. Have I done enough? There's only one answer to that. Yes. Yes, you have. That's the answer. And your life is evidence of that. I mean, are you ready to give yourself permission to start honoring the woman you already are? Are you ready for this? To step into your own sovereignty? How often do you focus on what you want to accomplish instead of honoring the countless moments you've lived with meaning, intention, and heart? Now, let's think about something. Think about your favorite dessert. Maybe it's pictured here, maybe something else comes to mind, but think about it. Let it just wash through your mind how much you enjoy it. How about that favorite movie that always makes you smile or laugh or cry, maybe, just bring these loving emotions to you? How about making love with someone you cherish? Those cherishing moments of coming together and being with another person. The laughter, the sunsets, the conversations that nourish your soul. These experiences don't last forever, but that doesn't make them meaningless. So much of the belief that you haven't done enough comes from how you're feeling in the moment, not from the truth of your life. The value of these experiences exists in the moment they are lived. Just because the moment ends doesn't mean they've lost their value. It simply means it was cherished, it was lived, and it added to the depth of your life. The truth is, you've done more you've ever than I just know this. You have done more than you've ever given yourself credit for. Your life has mattered in ways you may never even have paused long enough to honor. And you deserve to party like purple every single day. What if we reframe the question? Instead of asking, am I enough? Have I done enough? Let's reframe the question to boldly state, I have done enough, which means that everything else, anything that comes along, is so that I can have fun enjoying what's mine. This is sovereignty in action. This is creation without pressure. This is the divine feminine reclaiming ease. This is your sovereign awakening. This is your fun, effortless chapter of your life. This is your reminder that the rest of your life gets to feel really, really good. I can distinctly remember a day when I was especially feeling frustrated with the progress of my business. I sat there crying to my friend, telling him I didn't understand why I wasn't farther along than I was. I told him I don't want to be just another person who publishes a book. I really want my life to mean something. It's why I'm doing this work. I don't understand. Why aren't I where I want to be? What I didn't realize then was this. There was nothing I could create that would ever be more powerful than the life I was living. because it was my life, my childhood trauma, my experiences with divorce, my navigation of family secrets, my reinvention after reinvention that gave me the wisdom, the compassion, and the truth to write my books, to teach, to lead, and to guide others. It took me a while to realize my value wasn't in my products and services. My value is in how I'm living my life. And the same is true for you. This is sovereignty. This is ease. This is effortless being. This is the divine feminine stepping into her power without pressure. Here's the truth. You are enough. You've done enough. You have nothing to prove. Not because of what you've produced, but because of the life you choose to live. My own turning point came on a day when I felt like I wasn't far enough along. But it's the life I've lived, not the books, not the business. That's the real masterpiece. Here's my invitation to you. Instead of being depressed about the past or anxious about the future, use the present moment to remember that every time you do something for yourself, you nourish your mind, body, and spirit. And that's enough. That's all you need to do. If you've ever shown kindness to another person, lifted the spirits of someone in need, or healed your inner child, then I invite you to know that you have done enough. No one is here to individually save the world. One person cannot do everything, but many people doing one thing has the power to shift the universe. Think of one moment, even if it was brief, that brought you joy, connection, or love. A smile, a shared meal, a moment of intimacy, a memory that warms your heart. Those moments may not have lasted forever, but they were worth living, and they're proof that your life holds meaning. What's one moment from your life that reminds you that your time here has mattered? Your story deserves to be honored. You deserve to be honored because you've done enough and you are enough. Anything else you do is not an accomplishment. It's an expansion of who you already are. Take a deep breath. Are you seeing yourself in a different light? The conversation we had at the dojo about this topic today was really enlightening because we talked about seeing ourselves as enough, like done, it's a done deal, there's nothing we need. And then anything else on top of that is a gift. It's the gift that's already us, that we already have. And last week, in the topic of surrender, I asked the question, are you able to see the gap between having and not having? So, in other words, when you think you don't have something and you're like, I really want that, I really want to have that, I really want to be in that situation, what is that gap? And that gap is surrender. Surrendering to where you already are, because that's where everything you need is. We have everything we need. We are enough. So let's say you're on the shore here and you're looking across at the water, and then you're like, no, but I don't want to be here. I want to be over there. Like when I was talking about that day, I was talking to my friend and saying, why aren't I where I want to be? You know, I was thinking there was some place I needed to be other than where I was. And so when you're looking at that, here's the thing, you probably will, even if you could leave the shore and take a boat and go over to this other place, then you would be on the other side and you would turn and you would look and you would like, Oh my gosh. Everything I needed was right behind me. If I had just turned around, it would have been right there. Now I've got to find a way to go back. And that's the way it often happens. We don't see the forest from the trees, right? Because we're right there. We have everything we need. We are enough. We are enough because we exist. It's such an exciting topic. I would love to hear your comments. Leave some comments. Think about joining us live in the dojo if you're able. Oh, I'd love to have you there to be part of these conversations. And if you want any kind of support with anything that we've talked about, visit me at masteringyourbeliefs.com. In the meantime, this is Nancy Mueller, the one and only Life Sensei, saying ciao for now.